So let's see. I've got this shirt on. I've got some boxes. And I have some espresso. Guess it's time for an espresso mail call. Stay tuned for the video.
Anachronic.
Hi, comic book guys and gals. I'm Joe, and welcome to Anachronic Comics. First a sip. So, I've been toning down a lot of the stuff that I buy, but let me show you what I got this past month. I got 4 packages here, pre-opened. Let's start with the first. The first is, let's see, yellow tape here now as well. Oh yeah. Now, you guys know that I'm a big H.S. Tack fan, and I did manage to see him at the New York Comic Con, where he launched his brand new comic book, an image comic book, called Hitomi. All right. Now, Hitomi, this is an exclusive Bird City exclusive that was sponsored by Shortbox. I think there were 4 other copies, 4 other covers that I got. Now, Hitomi is a pretty cool comic book. I've read number 1. I've got number 2 here. I haven't read that one yet. But basically, it goes back to the feudal era. A young woman who's kind of a drifter trying to find herself. She wants to train under a famous warrior that's been on bad times, and we kind of see her search for herself and search for meaning. So it's a really good story, and the art by Isabella Massanti from Rome, who I got to meet also near Comic-Con and spoke to. Really good artist, interesting person. Got to speak a little Italian with her, so that was kind of cool. So I recommend number 1, take a look at it, see if you like it. So it's a limited series that you can start to pick up. Number 2 is for sale right now, so I'm sure you can pick up number 1 as well. Next, these are a bunch of books. West Coast Avengers number 6. Oh, this was a Facebook Marketplace buy. So number 6. I'm not sure why I got this. Probably was part of the package, I think, because I see some other Avengers books here. So that's number 1. Okay, so I do have a number of low numbered Avengers. I haven't done the comics, but Mom let me keep for that yet. I will do it soon. But when I see some Avengers books that are just a few bucks or whatever, I generally try to pick it up just to kind of fill up a little bit more of the run. Not that I'm looking to finish the run, but if I come across the books, I pick them up, and that's what these are. So I got Avengers number 139 from September of 1975. I have Avengers number 140 from October of 1975. And I picked up Avengers number 146 from April of 1976. Now, this book, you guys know that I picked up some other baseball-themed books from the early 1950s. I had one on Phil Rizzuto. I got another one, but I can't remember who it was for. So when I see some of these old books that are comic books about baseball players, unless it's super expensive, I try to pick it up. And a lot of them are not in good shape, so you can get them on the cheap. This is one, if you can see that the cover is in pretty bad shape. It's called Baseball Thrills, all right? And it's from the summer of 1952. It's Baseball Thrills number 3. It's got, it's supposed to be Joe DiMaggio on the cover. And the story should be pretty cool. Bob Feller, one of the best pitchers in history, who's a Cleveland Indians pitcher, tells the story of Joe DiMaggio here. And it's got a lot of his other teammates, his manager, Joe McCarthy, and some of the people that played against him, talking about Joe D. So that's a pretty cool comic book. Next one, big let's see. Got cardboard. Oh, nice. So, you all know that I'm trying to complete the run of Justice League of America Volume 1, right? Going back to number 1 and all the way through to, I think it's 261 or 2, I forget exactly how it is. And I'm getting close. One of the comic books that's difficult to get in good shape for a decent price is this one, Justice League of America number 55. Now, I already have a copy of this, but it's in pretty bad shape. This one is probably about, a 7.0, something like that. Better than the one I have. It did cost a bit of money, a bit more, but look at it. It's in really good shape. It presents really well. And the reason this is a tough one to get at a reasonable price is because it's a key, and it's the first appearance of the Golden Age Robin in the Silver Age. So that's Justice League of America number 55. And the last one, let's see. A Golden Age goodie. Now, if you are a child of the 50s and 60s, as I am, one of the big children's shows that you watched was Howdy Duty. I loved Howdy Duty. It was on Saturdays for a while, but it was also on, if I remember correctly, around 5 o'clock during the weekdays. And I was sure to be in front of the TV at 5 o'clock for Howdy Duty. So, and I'd sing the theme song.
Doody, 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 ho, ho, ho. Well, howdy doody, kids, and hi, Mr. Smith. Hi, little guy, howdy. And Clarabelle, look at all the kids at home and all the kids in the gallery. What time is it, kids? Howdy doody time. Sure, let's see it good loud. Now, let's go. And hi, everybody. Hi, howdy doody.
Here it is. This is, let's see, this is Howdy Duty, number 19 from 1952. It says November, December on the cover. You can see it up there. All right? And it's got some of the characters that you see on the Howdy Duty show there. And it was on NBC, and it was on network television from 1947 through 1960. So it kind of hit my sweet spot, at least during the middle time there, when I was a kid watching this type of stuff. The host of the show, obviously the star is Howdy Duty, and he was a marionette with the strings and everything. And the host of the show was Buffalo Bob. Buffalo Bob was from Buffalo, and although he dressed in like cowboy gear, he wasn't Buffalo Bob because of anything having to do with Buffalo or having to do with being a cowboy. It was that he was from Buffalo, New York, and that was the persona that he picked up. And as you can see, Howdy Duty also dressed kind of in cowboy type of garb. Clarabelle was the clown on the show. And Clarabelle never spoke. He didn't speak until the very last episode, which was kind of cool. I remember watching that as a kid in 1960, I guess it was, watching that and hearing him speak for the first time. And I found out that the reason he didn't speak during the show is because if he spoke, they had to pay him more money. So it had nothing to do with the clown himself. And the clown, he had a little kind of horn. He used to beep, when he used to speak and stuff like that. Speak through the beep, through the horn. So he didn't say any words until the very last show. So I'm sure he got paid a little bit more for the very last show. And interestingly, if you are a child of the 60s, the very first Clarabelle was Bob Keeshan, who went on to have a very big career as Captain Kangaroo, another great children's show that I used to watch. And he was on in the mornings, so I only used to get to watch about 15 minutes of his show before I had to leave to go to school. So that was Howdy Duty. It's a childhood favorite of mine, so I had to pick this one up. So that's the Espresso Mail Code for today. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Be well, and I'll see you soon.